Yeah, welcome back. We on Cooler Beats Radio, coolerbeats.net. And on the phone, we got a party promoting legend. Goes by the name of Club Capo Hollywood Chuck. Applaud that man. Chuck, what's popping with you?
Oh, man, thanks for that intro, man. I don't know, man. That intro was incredible, man. What's good, man?
So an incredible person, you know what I'm saying? This man right here will send you home slumped 4:30 in the morning, losing your keys, having problems with your girl and everything. His parties is like that.
Right.
Let's start with the fact that I don't even want to call you a promoter. You like a super promoter on acid.
Well, you know what? This is what happens. You know, a lot of people call themselves promoters and they're not really promoters, so they mess up the name promoter.
Right.
But I'm a promoter. I'm a promoter. I'm a party promoter first. You know, I'll never disrespect that because that's where I came from and that's where I started.
Yeah.
So, you know, right now I own a marketing company, but I'm a party promoter.
Okay, so you're a proper promoter. So yo, where you hail from, Chuck? Let me guess. I mean, I could be wrong, but let me guess. The Bronx?
Oh no, it's a good guess though. I'm from Far Rockaway, Queens. I'm from Far Rockaway, Queens.
You from the 6th borough?
Yeah, man, I'm from Far Rockaway, Queens, man.
Little Brooklyn. So how much ground have you covered state-wise promoting?
Well, I've done parties everywhere you could possibly name, from Miami to I mean, everywhere, from Miami to Alabama to Arkansas to everywhere, man. I've thrown parties everywhere. Internationally
as well?
Absolutely. Well, I've gotten lucky because what happened was when I first started promoting, you know, I was brought into the promotional world early by a guy named DJ Big Cap. Rest in peace.
Ooh, rest in peace, Cap. Supreme bigger figure.
Right, and he was fortunate enough to be put on tour with a lot of great artists.
Right.
You know, so he brought me along to carry the records, and then, you know, one thing leads to another, and I'm doing parties. I'm doing the after parties, you know.
Mm-hmm. So,
and I got lucky because of him bringing me on tour just to carry the records. You know, that turned into me doing the after parties for the concerts.
So in between, there was no aspirations of becoming a DJ yourself or a rapper, singer, none of that?
It was never. I was always a party promoter. I never got on a DJ. I never got on a DJ set. I never rapped before. I never did any of that.
Straight promoting.
Just promoting. That's all I. You know, that's all. You know, but I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
You know, when I have functions at my house, I do be wanting to DJ. So I'm definitely gonna try to check that out one day.
Yeah. Why not? Why not? That definitely go with what you're doing. Have you ever broken an artist?
Well, what happened was years ago, artists used to always come to my parties like, you know, new artists. Oh, can you play my record? Can you play my record? Can you play my record?
Uh-huh.
So, you know, to get rid of that, I just said, you know what, I put together a program for all new artists. If they get in touch with me, I'll put together, you know, a little marketing program and marketing tour for them to go through all my parties and get their record played. And one of those first artists I did that with, you know, was like Mano, Uncle Murder. You know, I did it with Betty Rob. You know, a lot of artists like that came through me.
Oh,
because I put together that program that, you know, come to my party. You know, you can perform, you can get your record played, and, you know, things of that nature.
That program has a name and a website or anything like that you want to shout right now for that?
No, you can follow me on Instagram, Hollywood Chuck. You spell it straight out, Hollywood Chuck, no spaces. And you can contact me, DM me. I get back to everybody. I'm working on a website as we speak right now. That will reach across the country, and we'll be giving out like label deals and distribution deals, and we'll be giving out
Okay. All right. What's the science to the Hollywood? You was acting Hollywood on them, Chuck?
You know what's crazy?
What?
You know what's crazy? Like one time, well, actually, DJ Big Cap gave me all of my names because my real name is Charles.
Okay.
So I was, I started promoting and my name was Charles, and Big Cap was like, nah, that name is corny, man. We can't be, your name can't be Charles, and you're gonna be a promoter in New York City.
Yeah.
I'm gonna change your name to Chuck.
Yeah.
So he changed my name to Chuck. And then a few years down the line, Big Cap, the same person, DJ Big Cap, was like, nah, Chuck is corny, man. Yo, I'm gonna change your name to Big Chuck. I'm calling you Big Chuck from now on. And then a few years down the line again, the same person, Big Chuck, came up to me and was like, yo, Big Chuck is corny. Everybody calling themselves Big Chuck. We calling you Hollywood Chuck from now on.
Yo, you know what's
Hollywood.
You know what's crazy? Hollywood Chuck. You know what's crazy? One of my favorite names in the game is the Supreme Bigger Figure Big Cap. You know what I'm saying? I always like names like that, like Trouble T. Roy, rest in peace. I love names like that. Look at my name, Cooler Ruler Divine. You feel me? Like Hollywood.
Yeah.
It's crazy that you said that. That's an ill way to get that name.
That all go to Big Cap. He was very, very creative. He was the actual mind behind all of the new records Flex broke in the early days in the tunnel, and all of those new artists that got shot like 50 Cent in the tunnel. Like Big Cap was the person behind all of that. He had his ears to the street. He was actually hanging in the street, smoking weed, hanging on in Brooklyn, hanging in Far Rockaway, in the street. So he knew what was hot and what was not. So, he gave a lot of people their street credibility. Okay.
Real quick, before I continue with the other questions, where were you when you heard the news that he passed?
Where was I when I heard the news that Cap passed? I was in Long Island. I was in Long Island. I think I was at Club Illusion in Long Island.
Okay.
And when I first heard, I was in Long Island.
All right. I mean, shouts to him, man. He had a hand on a lot of people's career.
A lot of people in this business never give credit to people that helped them.
Right.
And every chance I get, I always try to give credit. I was a young promoter. I was 13 when the Big Cap found me.
Right.
And he took me into the city as a promoter. I mean, I was promoting before I met him, but he evolved it. He made it to where I knew all the celebrities. He introduced me to, from Magic Johnson to, Michael Jordan. He introduced me to everybody. So I got my contacts and my know-how from Big Cap.
That's very admirable of you, bro. Word up.
A lot of people don't do that, man. A lot of people just take it and run.
They don't. Okay. I'm sure that's what helped with your name. Like, your name is good places. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure that's what helped. Part of your reputation. Like, you got to know when to. Like, I admire that.
Like I was gifted with that. I was gifted with that, and like your gift and your personality.
That's what's up. Yo, so look, I know you've been in every club, man, and over the years, you've been running for a while, G. Do you have?
Let me tell you, man. Let me tell you something, man. I've been really fortunate. I've been, the only promoter to sign multiple record deals. The only promoter to ever have my own sneaker deal.
Wow.
The only promoter to have like a web series deal.
Wow.
The only promoter to actually own my own club. And the list goes on and on. So I've been very fortunate and blessed.
Wow. So I didn't hear club in that. Do you have your own venue in the works?
Yeah, well, previously I owned a lounge called the Cave Lounge.
Okay. Where was that?
That was kind of like getting my feet wet ownership because I made a lot of mistakes that that you shouldn't make as an owner. So I lost it.
Yeah.
But
okay.
Now I just brought into a
heard. Oh, yeah, I heard of it.
ownership there. You know, last week I actually bought it.
Oh.
So we're trying to turn that place around. You know, it had a bad stigma.
Yeah.
So we're trying to turn it around. So we're just trying to take the steps to turning it around.
Yeah, I know how that go. That's popping. What would if you could pick another city to open up a club in, where would that be? Offer it.
Well, you know what? You know what's crazy? Like, I always get opportunities to go other places to do things.
Yeah.
But you know, I've been very fortunate that I don't have to leave New York. But you know, just last month, KOD in Miami flew me out there, took me out to dinner, and they wanted me to take over KOD Miami, which is one of the big strip clubs in the world. It's probably the biggest in the world.
Take it over?
Take that over in Miami. But you know what? I declined it because, you know, I do all right here in New York, you know.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not greedy. You know, as long as I can get my bills paid and get the things that I need, that I want, but the things that I need, I'm happy.
Okay. When would you say that the whole strip, what year or what era was it, or how and when and why did the first strip club scene start popping and why? You know what I'm asking you? You feel what I'm saying? Like, when did that start? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this. I'm going to be honest with everybody. Like, there's a guy named Sean Gray. He's responsible of making things pop in the whole strip club world in New York at this place called Sue's.
Yeah, I remember that.
Sean Gray is the first guy that I've seen make things work at Sue's and strip club world in the New York vicinity. Now, after him, there's me and my partner. It goes by the name of Rhetoric Doe.
Okay.
We kind of launched the whole strip club thing in New York City, like at Perfections. We opened up Perfections, and that kind of like opened up the whole strip club scene in Queens. And after that, all these other strip clubs came after. But me and Rhetoric Doe kind of like started the strip club scene in the New York Five Borough area.
Yeah.
You know, but before us, it was definitely Sue's and a guy named Sean Gray. But you know, after him, we definitely did the Five Borough thing.
Okay. So, which one did you prefer? Like, the strip club era? Like, what would you prefer? The strip club era or the old school, the tunnel type era?
You know what's crazy? The old school tunnel type era was really, really too dangerous for these guys out right now.
Right.
You know, like these guys couldn't hang around in that kind of era. They wouldn't survive. You know,
they wouldn't.
You know, like the tunnel days, bro. You had sides of the club that was for certain cliques. So one side was for Harlem, the other side was from Brooklyn, the other side was from Queens, and the other side was from, and you couldn't walk to that side unless you knew somebody from that clique.
Fact.
You know, these guys couldn't survive in that world.
Nah, totally different world.
Totally different world, man. Like you really had to know how to fight. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like nowadays, guys are quick to run to get their guns, but back then you had to know how to hold your own.
For real. I seen the thing go off in the tunnel right in front of my eyes when it was Capone and Noriega performing and Foxy just got on stage or whatever. They was singing that song Bang Bang. And I seen they try to kill somebody in the middle of the dance floor. Yeah, it was crazy. It used to be crazy.
Yeah, these guys these days, bro, they couldn't survive in that world, man. That world was you had to be like a real street dude, and you had to, you couldn't be corny in no other way, because if you was corny, they was exposing you.
Yeah, facts. Before we go, I got a game of firsts, like your first time of things. I just want to ask you quick. What was that first club that you promoted or the first party you threw, not the club, the first party you threw that you knew you have arrived?
I did a party at this club called 40 Flavors.
Okay.
And I was 18 years old. I wasn't even 21 yet. I was 18 years old. And I want to say, you know, I don't know if you remember that rapper AZ.
Yeah, of course.
He used to be down with Nas.
Of course, yeah.
He came to my party. I was 18 years old. He came to my party and took me to the side and it was like, listen, man, I heard about you.
Wow.
I know you're not even 21. You got such a career in this business.
Wow.
And I knew at that age that I was gonna, you know, that I was gonna make it work.
This was your calling, basically.
That was my calling. I never looked back.
Okay. All right. What was the first party you threw that had an issue at the party, and how bad was it?
One time I threw a party at this place called the Voodoo Lounge in Manhattan.
Okay.
And, you know, two people just happened to see each other that was just beefing. It was just like an on-site thing.
Yeah.
And they both just started shooting at each other inside the party.
Damn.
It was scary, you know, it was scary. But, you know what, it was a lesson to be learned because after that, you know, I really tightened up with security and, you know, nobody got hurt, thank God. And, you know, it's a lesson, you know, it was a lesson. Okay.
What was the craziest kind of party you threw? You ever do something like a wedding or like a party for a prince or a king or anything like that? Any craziness like that?
Let me tell you, I guess the craziest party. I mean, I do a lot of I mean, you gotta understand something. It's 365 days in a year.
Yeah.
And I throw over 400 parties in a year. So I throw a lot of parties. Sometimes, you know, like right now, I'll give you an example. I'm throwing 7 parties per week.
Wow.
And sometimes I throw 9 or 10 parties per week.
So
but, I mean, it's a lot. But I do remember one time Rihanna had hired me to she wanted to throw a party for her best friend. But she kind of like wanted to be like a surprise party. Yeah. But she wanted it to be packed.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like it's kind of tough. How you gonna throw a surprise party and not tell people? Like, so.
Did you pull it off?
We pulled it off. It was incredible. Like everybody and their mother was there.
Wow.
Like, from Chris Brown to Drake to it was incredible. We had like dance contests, and then in one of the rooms, Rihanna had brought I want to say 174 pairs of red bottoms, and put them all over the room for her best friend. And it was just an incredible party. It was just one of those kind of parties, you know.
That's huge, man. That's huge.
Yeah, so her best friend walked in the room, and she walked in, and there's 170-something pairs of red-bottom shoes all for her.
Wow. She damn near passed out.
It was incredible. It was incredible. Like it was red-bottom shoes, 170. Like it was incredible. Imagine seeing 170 pairs of Jordans for yourself.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yo, Chuck, man, I want to thank you for this interview.
You already know what it is.
Yes, sir, man. On the Stress Free Radio Show, ladies and gentlemen, that's Hollywood Chuck. Chuck, give them your Instagram one more time for me, please.
Yeah, you already know what it is, man. It's your boy Hollywood Chuck, number 23 promoting. That 23 means the best. You already know what it is. You can follow me on Instagram at Hollywood Chuck. Hollywood Chuck spelled out straight up, no spaces and all that. You already know what it is, man. You can catch me every night of the week doing something crazy, throwing a crazy party. Come out, have a good time. Follow me on Instagram at Hollywood Chuck, on Twitter at Hollywood Chuck. You already know what it is. Cooler Ruler, my guy.
Nice. My G. And that's what it is, family. You're on the Stress Free Radio Show with your boy Cooler Ruler on COOLERBEATS.net. Be right back.